What's going on with y'all, man? So look, I'm about to give y'all some real galactic history, some real galactic sauce, real quick. If you feel like you have some galactic origins, I do have galactic Akashic readings down below and regular soul Akashic readings or Akashic soul readings, you know what I'm saying? Even if you don't feel like you're like a galactic, I can still tap into your soul and see what you've been in past lives and why you came to Earth. And I have a lot of that stuff down below. It's a lot of I have a lot of good services, bro. Patreon down below too. Let's get into this video, bro. Oh, Discord down below too. Go join that. You know what I'm saying? But this is some real galactic history that people don't be talking about because not everybody be knowing this. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna lie. You know what I'm saying? Me and my cat, me, I said me and my Cash. Me and my boy Cash was tapping into this like a few months ago, And it's about time for me to share this with the world so I can understand how deities even came to be. Because I made videos about deities and all that other stuff, but let me actually explain some more history of them, right, and their extraterrestrial origins. So, real quick, what are deities, right? Like I always say, deities are cosmic forces and energies, right? So, you have like love, hate, greed, you have the sky, the moon. Deities are just modeled after these, right? Let me show you guys an example, right? This comes from a book called Hesiod's Theogony, right? This is a deity represents doom. This is destiny. This is death. This is sleep. This is dreams. This is blame. All these deities are just different cosmic forces or just different spiritual forces and different energies that move throughout humans, right? So with that being said, these are not actual beings. They're not actual entities, right? And I'm saying that because don't be understanding the fact that when you have a deity talking to you, right? It's not if you have an actual being talking to you, that actual being is not the deity. It could be aligned with the energy of the deity because let's talk about this now. Let's understand spirits versus entities, right? Because you may consider deity a spirit, but not how you think about spirits. Most people consider spirits and entities the same exact thing, but they are separate. I always say that spirits are intelligent energies. Entities are actual beings. What's the difference? I'm not gonna lie, Ryan Cropper made a very good video about channeling. He explained this shit. I'm like, yo, dog. I'm gonna take that example. So I gotta give credit where credit is due. But you know how, like, because I've said this in videos before, but in this way, you're gonna really understand this shit. You know how people could say, "Oh my God, he's in good spirits." You know what I'm saying? He's in good energy. Now the thing is, right? You have a person who is inside of a good energy, and when you get around that person, they can either give you that good energy or give you a bad energy. They give you good spirits or bad spirits, but they're not giving you entities. They're giving you energies. You see? So an entity, right, aligns with different spirits. They align with different energies. So now I'm just gonna say energies. You have entities and energies. Entities have to align themselves with energies. You can either align yourself with, you know, greed, hate, love, passion, or just straight source. You know what I'm saying? That's the highest energy you can align to. And that's what, the highest goal of spirituality actually is becoming of the spirit. You know what I'm saying? The spirit is different from us spirit. You see? Because the spirit is the intelligent energy that made all of this. And that's why the spirit is not an actual being once again. Because when people say I'm talking to spirit, right? You could commute, like you could interact with intelligent energy. You know what I'm saying? That's a fact. Like because the energy is intelligent, right? It has the ability to know things and act out that knowledge. So it could be aware of you and then move through you and then communicate itself through you. But it's not like it's an actual being doing that. It's just an energy that flows through you. Now, if you have a being trying to say, "Oh yeah, I'm spirit," nigga, that's not spirit. That is a spirit. That is, or really, it's a entity. You know what I'm saying? That's aligned with some other kind of spirit. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, they may think they aligned with spirit, but I mean, hey, they may be. Who fucking knows? But most of the time, if they're saying, "Oh, nigga, I'm God," it's like, nigga, you're probably not God. You know what I'm saying? No. But yeah, with all that being said, right? This is why when it comes to deities, right? These are energies you can align yourself to. Let me put a picture up once again. You know what I'm saying? Shim. Let me show y'all. Boom. Right? Oh, hold on. Let me get that out the way. Let me show y'all. Dismiss that too. That's blowing me. So you could align yourself with the fates, align yourself with blame, align yourself with love, align yourself with discord. You know what I'm saying? And the thing is, when you align yourself with these energies, right? Like I said, they are intelligent. You know what I'm saying? Now, the way that intelligence moves through you is through your thoughts and your emotions. So that's why when you align yourself with a certain deity, you're gonna have certain kinds of thoughts. Like let me pull, Shimshan. You're gonna have thoughts that relate up. You're gonna have thoughts and emotions about doom, or about old age, or about love, or about dreams. Like when you align yourself with a certain deity, you have the thoughts and emotions that that energy provides. You see what I'm saying? Because intelligent energies move through you as thought and emotion. You see, you see, which is this is why also my guides have been telling me that the mental plane could also be called the galactic plane, because galactic relates to galaxies, which relates to all the stars, planets, all that shit. People don't even realize this shit, but literally, bro, like your literally all your thoughts and emotions come from all the energies within inside the galaxies. You see what I'm saying? So like when you have thoughts, right, it's being influenced by planets, stars, the etheric energies around you. You see what I'm saying? All the energy inside the galaxies what influences your thoughts and your emotions. You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, and when it comes to your emotions, emotions come from thought. So it's like it starts with thought anyway, and the thought stuff comes from the galactic stuff. You know what I'm saying? The stuff within inside the galaxy, right? So with that being said, the mental plane is also the galactic plane, because it's the plane which is influenced by the energies within inside the galaxy. You see what I'm saying? You see? Like inside the 5D, you transcend that. You're not influenced by the planets, the sun, the moon. You actually get influenced more by your soul. You know what I'm saying? You get influenced more. You get influenced more. You get influenced more by. Oh my God! You get influenced more by your own self awareness. You see, because most people just have the, like, for example, if Mars is making a certain type of transit, right, they become more angry. You see what I'm saying? A person though who's aligned with their self-awareness, right, they'll be aware of themselves and act upon that. So even though Mars is coming adding this anger shit, they don't act upon that anger, they act upon what the fuck they want to act upon. You see what I'm saying? Which is going to be more soul based. You see? Because inside the 5D, you start to understand, like, I'm more than my thoughts and my emotions. And these thoughts and emotions come from different galactic energies, you know what I'm saying? Which also include ETs and even, like, other entities that don't really be aliens. Technically, they could be considered ETs. Want to know why? They're extraterrestrial. They're literally, like, let me look up the word ET for y'all, bro. Extraterrestrial meaning. Boom. Right? Right. It says y'all can't see it. So let me hold up. Let me look, peep game, bro. Peep game, bro. Peep game. Peep game. Any object or being beyond the planet, nigga. That means any entity that's beyond this planet, nigga, is a fucking ET. You know what I'm saying? Now, you do have Earth entities that don't actually exist inside the physical, right? Even that, it's like when people say, so they say beyond the planet Earth. You know what I'm saying? So technically, you could consider beings or entities that live, because you know how like you have spiritual entities that aren't physical but still live on the Earth. Maybe those you're not gonna call ETs, but even then, it's like they don't technically live like in the physical. They still like on the Earth, but not in the But my whole entire point is they're still they even with that be there's still energies that exist within inside the galaxy. Therefore, they could be considered galactic. You see what I'm saying? So with that being said, yeah, your thoughts are influenced by all the energies in the galaxy. Even these deities right here, bro. These are energies like bro, Doom exists within inside the galaxy. Corals exist within inside the galaxy. Like all of these exist within inside the galaxy. You know what I'm saying? So with all that being said, these are all things that essentially influence you and your thoughts and your emotions. So deities do influence you, but it's energies, not entities. Even though entities do pose as deities, and oftentimes you like, for example, you have Isis, right? That's a deity that represents the cosmic force of wisdom, but is also supposed to be a sign for your soul's wisdom. You know what I'm saying? So anybody who connects with Isis should have a unique experience that relates to their own soul's wisdom. 11:11, as I'm saying that shit. Come on now, stop playing with me. You know what I'm saying? Stop playing. Honey beans. Yeah, no, I ain't playing. Let me stop. I ain't gonna lie. If you was my boy Layton personally, you know what I'm saying? I would have started rapping and freestyling and shit. But y'all know about that. I ain't gonna lie. But no, yeah. Shout out my guy Layton if you're watching this. What's up, my boy? But no. Yeah, these are all galactic energies, essentially. You know what I'm saying? Now, with that being said, let me pull this down now, right? With that being said, how did they come to be? Like why did they even personify these cosmic energies? So here's what. Oh, let me pull this up again. Actually, God damn it! But let me not the same picture. Though. I want to show you different beings, right? So let me show you guys first Andromedans, right? Right. You got these guys, right? Right. Right. This is a pretty accurate picture. I'm not gonna lie. You know what I'm saying? These are Arcturians. Y'all know why I say Andromeda down. These are Arcturians. Anyway, you see these Andromedan beings, right? These beings are very spiritually advanced, right? Now with them, they be meditating and connecting with the whole entire universe type shit, right? When they do that, they have recognized different cosmic forces. Ooh, burp confirmation. So with that being said, right? Ooh, burp confirmation. With that being said, right? Andromedans didn't really feel the need to make deities, you know what I'm saying? However, when they talk to the Arcturians, right? They're like, yo, Arcturians, we experienced this. I don't fucking know, but it's some kind of force. You know what I'm saying? Now, Arcturians, right? These beings are very logical, right? And this is why Andromedans and Arcturians work so well together because they're both very spiritually in tune, but one's more intuitive, one's more intellectual. But the thing is, right? They could both experience like Arcturians are extremely intuitive too. It's just that they break down their intuition into logic. And Andromedans could be more logical than humans, but they still use more intuition based. You see what I'm saying? So this picture is crazy. What the fuck? Anyway, what the fuck? Yo, what, bro? I have to watch this shit. Probably some shit. It look like some bullshit, but hey. But no, honey, being stop playing, bro. I'm over here chilling different versions of me and stuff like that, and chilling the fucking rapper, the fucking clown on niggas who make dumbass films. Let me stop. Let me not say it's dumb yet, but the image look kind of crazy. Anyway, with Arcturians, right? When the Andromedans said, "Oh, we found this certain cosmic force," Arcturian said, "Let me see real quick." Oh, I see what you're saying. Let's call this one love. You know what I'm saying? Now, at this point, they didn't necessarily make deities, but they did start to intellectualize cosmic forces, right? They wouldn't make certain images for them because they didn't need that shit. Arcturians, like, they didn't even need the name for it. It's just that they like to have that for their mind. So they were like, you know what, bro? I see that force. Let's call it love. Because another example, right? I mentioned this in my boy's podcast, my boy Ken Cash, right? If y'all didn't see that shit, go check it out, right? We talked about the Tesseract and how pretty much the cube, right, is pretty much the shape that structures the universe, right? So beyond the universe, right, you have the multiverse, metaverse, megaverse, superverse, right? And inside of all these different verses, right, are different realms, right? But all the realms tend to be separate from each other, right? Some will connect, but not all of them do, right? When you go down to the universe, right, all the realms connect into one universe, which is why you have over how many? Let me look at the number again, bro. How many galaxies are there? You know what I'm saying, bro? There's yo, it's literally yo, hold up, bro. Let me you shim shayin', bro. There are between 200 billion to 2 trillion galaxies, bro. I say that because galaxies are realms, bro. What is a realm? A realm is a domain or field of activity or interest. That's what the Google definition literally is, right? Galaxies are literal fields of activity. You know what I'm saying? So a realm is a field of activity, so it's a galaxy. Now the thing is, inside the astral, right? You have certain realms, right? You have certain galaxies that didn't form physically. You know what I'm saying? However, whenever a realm forms physically, it becomes a galaxy. You see what I'm saying? So the Milky Way, right, is a whole entire realm on a higher plane that may have never became physical, but it did because it had to have been because the Milky Way is the capital of the universe. That's why the Milky Way is so fucking diverse. That's why the Milky Way is so fucking diverse. Anyway, these are whole different topics for whole different videos, but I just want to give you a little taste of some shit. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, with the Andromedans, right? They recognize the structure of the cube that structures all these different realms, right? Now with the Arcturians, they said, "Oh yeah, I see that," because they told they always share. You know what I'm saying? They're like Arcturians, bro. We found this fucking structure thing that puts all this shit into one universe. This shit is cool. Arcturians said, "Oh yeah, nigga. Let's make an actual fucking cube to represent that shit. Then they actually made fucking cubes to actually harness the energy of the non-physical cube that structures this universe. You see what I'm saying? So it's like Andromedans could always kind of feel the cosmic force, but then the Altorian always structures that shit. Now, with that being said, right, at some point you get the Anunnaki. You know what I'm saying? Shim Shan, you get these guys and these gals, right? Right? Now, their history is so distorted, you know what I'm saying? And even with the accurate history, it don't even go back as deep as it really go back with these beings, because these beings go back really deep, but beyond the whole royal race thing. You know what I'm saying? However, when these beings were becoming the royal race, right? You know what I'm saying? Because pretty much you had these beings in Sirius, right? Because people keep on saying that the Anunnaki got made to be a royal race. That's not true. They were already a thing. They just became a royal race, and then they got their genes tuned a certain kind of way, because they were actually meant to be weapons at first before they even became like the original Anunnaki didn't even really look like this. You know what I'm saying? They just looked like fucking all black, no hair, no real lips, face structure. They were just literally like fucking like damn near like shadow beings, but more physical, like more plasmic, like, you know what I'm saying? Let me type in a shadow being. You know what I'm saying? Shadow being. Let me type that shit and see what pops up. They were actually more like this, but actually more plasmic and condensed. You know what I'm saying? Kind of like this. You know what I'm saying? Because they're made of antimatter. But they got now they, because they're made of antimatter. Because they are made of antimatter, they could always like antimatter sucks in light. Now, because they could suck in different beings and then take on their form. So with that being said, Anunnaki could shapeshift. So they would look all kinds of ways. Fucking, they would look like black reptilians. They would look like fucking shit you can't even fucking describe and stuff like that. They looked all kinds of ways, but this was like their base form. You know what I'm saying? Something like this. You know, this is kind of their base form. Now, let me say this real quick. Whenever you see a shadow being attack you, that's not always an Anunnaki. It could just be a simple shadow being. The reason why they're black is because they're taking on the energy of ether. When you look inside space, it's black. They're sucking that shit in to become more condensed. It's just that with Anunnaki, that's why I say with Anunnaki, they look like this, but denser. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like you could actually like with these, you'll touch it and your finger goes through it type shit, right? With the Anunnaki, you touch them, you can actually touch their shit. But they can also suck you in with their shit too, and then take on your form. Anyway, at some point, they were mixed. Like they became very mixed with the whole reptilian Draco Empire, which is one of the reasons why reptilians can actually shapeshift. Like reptilians shapeshift in many ways. One way is off technology, right? But the second way is the fact that they are actually mixed with antimatter most of the time. Like Anunnaki and reptilians have mixed their genes significantly, and because they can shapeshift, you would never fucking know it, because they don't have to appear as black reptilians. They can if they want to, but they don't fucking have to. You know what I'm saying? They could appear as a green reptilian that has antimatter. You don't even fucking know that shit, which is what most of them. That's what most of them do. Most of these niggas appear as being a regular fucking reptilian, but are actually antimatter reptilians. You can't fucking tell the difference because they can shapeshift. Anyway, with these beings, right? At some point, they went to they got made in Sirius, then got kicked out of Sirius because they were too destructive. Then after fucking thousands of years later, they went back to Sirius and started fucking that shit up. And that's what niggas said. Okay, we like, even though we kicked these motherfuckers out, now they're back and we can't really stop them like that. So how about instead of trying to stop them, we work with them and we mix their genes a certain kind of way to make them less destructive and they can actually rule over Sirius. You see what I'm saying? When you have an antimatter form, right, you're naturally more destructive because antimatter sucks in light. So you're always trying to consume shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I need consume, which can make you very destructive. You see what I'm saying? However, because they're always trying to consume shit, right? Whatever they consume, they take on the qualities of that. So if they're consuming positive shit, they could become a bit more positive. With that being said, this is when the whole royal race thing came into play. And the main genes they got mixed with were Andromedan, Arcturian, and Pleiadian. Now they already had heavy reptilian and heavy Syrian, but I'll say those two. So you had the Pleiadian based, Andromedan based, Arcturian based, Syrian based, and reptilian based. Now, all the Anunnaki had over fucking thousands of genes because at this period of time when they got mixed with these genes heavily, they had already sucked in fucking insectoids, fucking beings we can't even fucking describe and stuff like that. Like they sucked in a whole bunch of shit, you know what I'm saying? It's like, so imagine like when the Anunnaki came to take over Sirius, right? They had fucking 1,000 genes, right? You know what I'm saying? However, when they got made the royal race, they said, okay, even though y'all got 1,000 genes, let's just make y'all have these dominant genes. And then some had more dominant Pleiadian, which is why you have white skin Anunnaki. That's where those come from, by the way. That's why you have white skin Anunnaki, that Pleiadian genes. I want to say duh, but I'm not gonna say duh. But that is, it's kind of like a duh thing. I'm not gonna lie. You know what I'm saying? 1122 is I'm saying that shit. I ain't gonna lie. 1122. But yeah, that's why you have white skin Anunnaki. You know what I'm saying? They have Pleiadian genes. You know what I'm saying? Heavy base Pleiadian, right? Like all of them have Andromedan, Arcturian. You know what I'm saying? But it's just one's more Pleiadian, other one's more Arcturian, others more Andromedan. See what I'm saying? But then like the royals. Because all the Anunnaki, every Anunnaki is a royal in their own right. But then the people who ruled over Anunnaki had equal proportions of Andromedan, Arcturian, Pleiadian, Syrian, Reptilian. You know what I'm saying? So, for example, now I'm trying to sound like, oh yeah, I was big king, da da da. But when I was king, I had all the genes, not just mainly Andromedan, not mainly Pleiadian. I had all of them. You see what I'm saying? So that's how that whole entire system worked. Now, with that being said, because Anunnaki, right, are not as spiritual as Andromedans and Arcturians, they can't always recognize the cosmic forces in the same ways that the Andromedan and Arcturian can. You see what I'm saying? Now, with that being said, in order to be a ruler, right, you need to be in line with the cosmic forces that actually rule over that place. So, for example, if like literally all these forces, right, control different aspects of creation. You know what I'm saying? Like all these forces influence. I was trying to see if they had other stuff down here, but they don't. They don't give me what it is. I'll just stay up here. All these forces right here influence you, right? So with that being said, if these forces are what control you, that means that if certain beings are being put into place to have a certain level of control over people, they need to be aligned with the cosmic forces. Like Andromedans and Arcturians, right? They have big rulership positions because they're aligned with different cosmic forces and they understand them. You know? Like different beings, for example, process souls. Some beings actually help to make souls. Some beings help to destroy souls. You see what I'm saying? Because they're aligned with, whether it be being aligned with death, aligned with life. Like for example, me and my boy, right? Me and my boy Leighton, right? At one point, I was aligned with infinity. He was aligned with void. You know what I'm saying? And those deal with the principles of everything and nothing. You see? So those could have been considered as deities. The infinity deity, the void deity. You see what I'm saying? Same with the hardship deity, bow deity. You see all I'm saying? So with that being said, right? Because the Andromedans and Arcturians were the ones who like pretty much when they got made as a royal race, that's because the Andromedans got called with inside this galaxy to help with the whole shit that was going on in Sirius. How do I know this? Nigga, I was the one who called them. I was the one who called them, and it's like it's crazy because me and my boy tapped in this shit. Really, last year we talked about this shit. I ain't gonna lie. I've been doing this shit for a year. I just ain't say shit about it. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, the Andromedans were like very like people don't know this, but the Andromedans are like the big mans who kind of like watch over the Anunnaki. Like like certain Anunnaki, specifically the Inakashi, because Inaka means Anunnaki, and then Inakashi means like sons of the dragon. You know what I'm saying? Or dragon class. You know what I'm saying? Or dragon clade. And that's because the reptilian based Anunnaki always worship a dragon because they have dragon genes. However, even with those ones, it's like the Andromedans are still kind of their head. You see, because the Andromedans already take care of cosmic forces, and it's like, okay, since the Andromedans do that already inside their galaxy, it's like the Anunnaki are supposed to do that inside of our galaxy. but they weren't as advanced as the Andromedans. Therefore, they said, you know what, bro, let's make deities. Now, this is where Altorians come into play, because like I said, Altorians know how to actually structure the different cosmic forces to make certain deities. So with that being said, that's when they made the deities for the Anunnaki. So this is the reason why Anunnaki, when they came to Earth, they established deity worship systems for humans. You see? Because it was made for them at first. Now, when the Anunnaki, like literally in Sirius, they had deities, bro. I want y'all to know that. That's why, like, they been seeing these deities be ETs that came from fucking space and shit. Nigga, they're not entities. Like, for example, me, I could be considered an entity, right? An Andromedan could be considered an entity. A deity is not an entity. That is a cosmic force. You know what I'm saying? That is a cosmic force. You know, that is retribution, my nigga. You know what I'm saying? That is the fates, my nigga. That is death. You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, these cosmic forces are not entities that fucking came out of space. You know what I'm saying? It's just that when they got made in space. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like Thoth is a very ancient deity because because Thoth represents divine universal intelligence. And whenever people channel divine universal intelligence, they get on some fucking smart nigga shit. You know what I'm saying? But people think that Thoth is the actual being. Like when Thoth wrote the Emerald Tablets, you just have a nigga who's channeling universal intelligence saying, nigga, I'm Thoth. Let me tell you this right now. There's more than just the Emerald Tablets, by the way. I'm gonna make a video on Patreon about about the five main crystal tablets. That I'm gonna drop that one on. So today is Sunday. I'm gonna drop that on Monday. On Monday, I'm making a video called The Five Main Crystal Tablets and Their Teachings, because there's five crystal tablets. Well, there's more than that, but there's five main ones for spiritual evolution. The emerald is just one of them, you know? And the thing is, ooh, burp confirmation, because spirits be coming up trying to get that shit out to y'all, right? What y'all gotta understand is, right? People always see these tablets as physical tablets, right? Now if you go to the 11D Omniversal Hall of Records, right? It's like 10D, 11D. You know what I'm saying? If you go there, right? Well, my fault. I'm gonna say like really like I'm gonna say nine. It's really like 90 to 11D more specifically. But if you go there, right, to the Omniversal Hall of Records, right, you can like experience that in a way where you see images and then like you pick up a tablet and read it. But understand this real quick. Inside the 9D, there actually is no form. There is no imagery, right? However, if you go there inside the astral, you use your astral body, right? AKA your imagination. Like when you leave your body, you're just moving your imagination outside of your body and then forming a astral body, aka an imagination body. And then information comes to you, and then your imagination will interpret that shit and then give you a certain image. So if you astral project to higher planes, you can actually see an image for them. However, in its truest form, there actually is no image. It's just information that is being interpreted by your imagination. You see? So you could actually go to the Universal Hall of Records, right? And then see sapphire tablets and see emerald tablets. But truly, it's just information. So when you're channeling divine intelligence, divine information, you can start channeling the emerald tablets and start writing shit down. You see? So when niggas actually made the emerald tablets, you got to understand that somebody was just channeling divine universal intelligence, right? Which was Thoth, right? They were channeling information, right? And the information was in line with the Emerald Tablets and the Emerald Teachings. And they literally just made a book about that shit. Channeling shit. They just channeled shit and made a book about this shit. Many people channeled the Emerald Tablets, right? And then make their own teachings. Like back as Anunnaki, right? I did that literally, bro. You know what I'm saying? I know other people who did the same exact thing. Like when you go through the teachings, right? You always have to like write down what you learned type shit. You know what I'm saying? Because that gets added to the records. So what I learned is inside the records. What my friend learns in the records. You know, all this in the records. You know, so it's not just like it's one emerald tablet and it's only these teachings. Like no, bro. Like there's main teachings, but people have wrote down different perspectives of those teachings and different ways they experience those teachings. So with that being said, Stay tuned for that video on Patreon, bro, about the 5 main crystal tablets and their teachings, bro, because that's just gonna be fucking fire. But with that being said, right, now we have Anunnaki who came to Earth, right, and they established their deity worship systems, and most people, right, like the lower class didn't understand, like the Anunnaki aliens understood, but the humans didn't. Whenever the humans worshiped the cosmic force, right, they thought it was an actual being. They would have an Anunnaki, like they would talk to an Anunnaki being, right, and think that it's an actual deity. However, it's just the Anunnaki entity that's aligned with that deity. You see, so when humans started to actually understand how the cosmic forces worked, that's when this is more like on like some Atlantean stuff, right? Because when it gets to Egypt, you had Egyptians that knew that they were cosmic forces, but these Egyptians were more Anunnaki based than the rest of them. But I'm gonna get to that. On some more Lemurian Atlant, when Lemuria first started, right, there wasn't really a deity worship system like that. Like Lemurians still looked up to Lyrans, for example, and other ET beings, right? But they didn't think that they understood, oh, we have ETs that help us. You know what I'm saying? And if they called it ET a god, they just meant it in the fact that this ET has immense power. You see? So you do have the fact that sometimes lower beings do see higher beings as gods, but that doesn't mean like a spiritual energy. It just means that you're seen as a very powerful being. So Lemurians did have that, right? However, when Anunnaki came, right, and started with the whole Atlantis shit, right, they started to establish their deity worship system, right, and the human people didn't really know what was going on like that. However, they did still understand that we have Anunnaki who are super powerful. However, they also they saw the Anunnaki as like powerful god shits, but also saw them as the cosmic forces too. However, at some point, when they got a certain level of understanding, they will get initiated into understanding what the cosmic force actually is, and then they'll become one with that shit also. That's why you have Atlantean priests who say that they are Thoth because they became aligned with that cosmic force. You see. So with that being said, at some point Atlantis falls and stuff like that because one reason was because a lot of people had power in Atlantis. Like more people knew about the cosmic forces in Atlantis opposed to Egypt. Like the reason why they wouldn't tell you it's a cosmic force is for two reasons. Number one, to have the power for themselves. But then number two, because if everybody had the power, it could be disruptive. If people understood how to align with these cosmic forces, bro, they could literally control different aspects of reality. Like if you align with time, you could literally control time. So it's like instead of saying, yeah, bro, here's how you align with time, they would just say, you know what, bro, talk to Chronos. You know what I'm saying? They would just say then you have this Anunnaki being that says, hey nigga, I'm Chronos, what do you need? You know what I'm saying? And then the person will say, Chronos, I need my fucking timeline sped up. And if the Anunnaki fuck with that nigga, you know what I'm saying, he'll talk to the actual cosmic force of time, you know what I'm saying, and then manipulate that shit. And then if he fuck with the human a lot and thinks that the human could be on some spiritual shit, the nigga will say, listen, you think that I'm Chronos, right? But really, I'm just an entity that is aligned with time. Let me teach you about time. You know? So sometimes if you talk to deities, right, you'll have an entity, like let's say you're trying to fuck with ISIS, right? You'll have an entity that's aligned with ISIS and will tell you, listen, I am ISIS. And it's like sometimes they're not always trying to trick you. It's just that they like when you think that these deities are actual beings, you set yourself up to talk to entities, right? If you think that a deity is an actual entity, you're gonna contact an entity, and then some entities just understand, okay, I'm aligned with ISIS and this person wants to connect with ISIS, so therefore I'll be the middle way for this person. So sometimes they could understand that you don't understand that it's just a cosmic force. Therefore, an entity will pop up and say, hey, look, I'm ISIS. It'll take on ISIS's form. It'll do all that shit. And it'll start teaching you certain shit. It'll make you do certain things, and it's like as you do those things, you'll align with Isis also, and hopefully become one with that cosmic force. You see? So it wasn't always that the entities would say I am ISIS and be on some evil shit. However, that did happen at some point, like with Egypt, right? When Egypt got established, right? You had the priesthood who understood these cosmic forces, right? And they made the whole deity system type shit. They made the priesthood made the Egyptian deity system based upon past deity systems that they already had, whether they've been with Atlantis and space, all that, right? So they made the deity system, right? And nobody really knew that these were actual cosmic forces. They thought they were actual entities, right? They thought that they thought that the priest and priestesses were the actual being. You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, at some point you did have you had negative priests and priestesses, right? Who would literally say that they're the deity, not trying to be on some shit like pretty much they're saying on some shit like nigga, worship me, I have power, you can't have power. Like for example, when I was a priest for Anubis, right? I didn't tell niggas that Anubis was a cosmic force off the rip because I understood that not everybody should be aligned with that power. Now, if they were able to be initiated, I would initiate them. They would find out what it actually is. Cool. Now, some people, right, just said, nigga, oh yeah, nigga, we're ISIS, we're Osiris, nigga, and they wouldn't initiate nobody. They would just control niggas. You know what I'm saying? You also had entities that would pop up and say, nigga, we're Thoth, sacrifice Ibis birds to us. Nigga, we're Mahert, sacrifice cows to us. But they're really sacrificing it to demons, you know? Even with Jews, right? The reason why me and my boys talking about this on iMessage, right? The reason why Christ even came to the planet was because Jews, right? The Jews were aligning with God, right? However, they also were being deceived too at different points of time, right? When it came to Jewish people, they would sacrifice animals to atone for their sins. Now the thing is, that's demonic as fuck. Why do you need to sacrifice an animal to not go to hell? That is an entity trying to control you and say, "Oh, you're fucking up, nigga. Sacrifice an animal to me." And it's crazy because sins, right, would be like fear. I mean, would be like lust, like the seven deadly sins, right? It's funny because demons, right, use the seven deadly sins to fuck you over, right? They make you like for example, fear, right? You have a spirit of fear. You have an energy of fear that different entities align with and then cast upon you. So now you feel that fear energy. Well, I keep on saying fear. It's not even a seven deadly sin. That is a spirit though. Let me do the spirit of wrath, right? So you have the energy of wrath, right? That different entities align with, and then they project that wrath upon you. Then you become wrathful, right? Now, with that being said, when it comes to the spirit of wrath, right? This intelligent force. Hold up, I just brain farted. So, with that being said, if you act upon the spirit of wrath, right? That's called a sin. Then, if you sin, you sacrifice an animal. Now, peep the fucking cycle, my nigga. You have an entity, right? Making you feel the spirit of wrath, and then you act upon that wrath that you sin. And because you sin, you sacrifice an animal. Now, people thought they were sacrificing it to God. Nigga, you were sacrificing that shit to the demon that made you feel the wrath in the fucking first place, making that nigga stronger. And that's why niggas kept on, that's one reason why niggas kept on fucking sinning. Nigga, the nigga literally makes you fucking sin, and then you give a fucking animal to the nigga who made you fucking sin, making that nigga stronger to affect you again. It's a fucking never ending cycle. It's literally a whole fucking finesse. Hold up. God damn it. Yeah, so it's a whole finesse, bro. It's a whole. Hold up. I just brain farted. What the hell? Yeah, it's a whole finesse. So with that being said, when Christ came down, Christ said, listen, stop sacrificing animals, bro. Follow me and my teachings, and then you'll be saved. Now, he didn't really mean like follow me as a person and worship me. He meant that, nigga, I'm actually aligned with God. Therefore, I'll make sacrifices. If you follow my teachings, you'll be aligned with God also. You don't got to make sacrifices because right now you're aligned with demons, which is like I'm like literally. Literally, bro. Because they're aligned with demons, that's why they make the sacrifices, and that's why they keep on sinning. I already repeated the never-ending cycle. That's what Christ was saying to them, which is why Christ got killed. The demons ain't like that shit. He was saying, nigga, I'm the Father, nigga. Like, I'm aligned with God, nigga. You're not. And you're fucking with spirits and you're sinning and shit like that, thinking that's actually God. No, if you were aligned with God, you would be like me. So with that being said, follow me and my teachings, then you'll be good. But he literally mean worship me. He meant, nigga, follow what I'm teaching you, because you think that you're so holy, but you're not, nigga. I'm truly God. I'm truly holy, and because I'm truly God, and I'm truly holy, I can help you to become God also. Literally, you know what I'm saying? To truly align with that fully, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, bro. Long story short, niggas, I've been speaking about how niggas been getting finessed for a long period of time. I've made videos about this before in the past, but now you guys understand the history of it. You understand where this shit actually came from. You know what I'm saying? People never understood where the fuck this shit came from. Now you understand where the fuck this deity shit even come from. So with that being said, ooh, burp confirmation. Stay tuned for the videos on my Patreon about the sapphire tablets, emerald tablets, ruby tablets, all that shit. It's gonna be fucking fire, bro. I'm gonna talk about infinity, eternity, chaos, order, all that shit today. So with that being said, I'm gonna catch you in my next video. Peace.